Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Mean Boys podcast.
Mean Boys.
Yeah, we got Brandie Posey in the studio this week. Very fantastic guest. Yeah, let's do everything like it's an AM radio ad for a truck
Repeating
rally.
the word.
Yeah.
Now, Brandie came to the studio. Super funny lady. Listen to the Lady to Lady podcast that she does with former guests of the show, Barbara Gray and Tess Parker.
Link for that will be in the show notes.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, and oh shit, fucking the new iTunes challenge, 400 reviews. Keith's mom comes on the show,
And again, this will
and then I come on Keith's mom, and the
are-
circle is complete.
You have not hurt nearly enough people with a screwdriver to fuck my mom.
I can do a little catch up. I can cram for that test.
Start shanking people. But we would love to bring my mom on. Thank you guys for leaving iTunes reviews. Thank you to everybody who's joined the YouTube channel. We've been getting a lot of new traction. Anybody who came over from our Drew Lynch roasting video.
Yeah.
Willkommen.
Yeah, let's try to do one thing at a time, and then you can talk about a video that's not even on our platform.
Oh, never mind.
I'm kidding.
Cool.
right.
Well, fuck me for trying.
It's fine.
Go ahead.
Ice Oldie writes, "This is a great podcast. Love the show. Also, I'm gay, so I know good shows." I like that review. I feel like you're mad at me now.
I'm not mad.
Okay.
Not mad at all.
All right, well.
No, you're fine.
You're going to be pretty mad when I fuck your mom with a screwdriver, aren't you? Thanks to Starburns Audio for having us on the Legitimate Podcast Network.
Yeah, like my mom's been in AA for 5 years. She already got fucked by enough screwdrivers.
Yeah, so also shout out to the Sklar Bros. Dropped a new special. Go watch that.
That's not on our platform, though. We've been on our platform.
Well, I was trying to get the reviews out of the way.
I know.
And you're like, oh, that reminds me. I found the quarter earlier.
No, I said, thank you for the reviews and all, the interaction. I was trying to encourage fan interaction because it's the one thing that's given us a show.
No, it's not. The one thing that's given us a show is the California mental health care system from the year 1993 to 2015. That is what we owe the show to.
Fair enough.
Also, Studio headphones. Go to studiosweden.com and use promo code MEANBOYSPODCAST for some fantastic audio equipment and invest in some you're going to use every day.
Yeah.
Also, Don Carlos Taco Shop in La Jolla, California. The other thing I owe most of the content on this show to.
And most of the content of my body.
Yeah, just fattening foods.
Yeah.
Without them and antipsychotics, we'd be pretty boned, gang.
Thanks, fucking Valium and carbohydrates.
Yeah. Oh, and also Patreon, still rocking and rolling. $5 a month, weekly bonus content. We just dropped one with all the roomies.
Oh, one of the best we've ever done.
Opie, Ramsey, everybody had a good time.
Take a racially
shit.
insensitive journey to Skirmaderma with us.
Yeah. And $10 a month gives you a monthly goodie. We did some Fuck Everything God Is Dead bottle openers. We'll announce what we're doing this month pretty soon. And when we get to $2,000 a month, which is a scant $629 away, we'll do another fucking snark week.
God help us all.
Yeah,
boy.
and I'll fucking get depressed for 3 months again.
Yeah, ruin Connor's life for $600.
If you want to see me go through another breakup, you fucking like, share, and subscribe, kids.
Also, real quick, back to the YouTube thing.
Oh, no, we don't talk about that.
No, yeah, we don't talk about the
We
YouTube.
never speak of the YouTube channel.
The rest of the vlogs are coming out, and we're pretty much putting out a new video every week. So it is worth subscribing. To those of you who listen to the show and haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We have a lot of cool shit.
Yeah,
on
and we
there.
have
we got
some
shit
fun
coming
shit
up.
planned. Yeah.
Yeah, and fucking follow us on Instagram and Twitter, all that shit, and help legitimize us. Just tap a couple buttons, do your boys a solid, and I think that's it. We might be going. We are going to be going on the road. We're going to be in Vegas and Denver later this month. Maybe Salt Lake City. If you're in Salt Lake City and you want a show, let us know.
Yeah.
Because we're not sure it's viable at this point, but we would like to go. So hit us up and jump on the old tour sheet. It's in the Twitter bio. It'll be in the show notes, and let us know where you guys are because we're going to be doing a lot more touring later in the year.
If you're in Northern California, I'm going to be up there at the end of May. So if you're in Sacramento, Santa Cruz, Blue Lake, Ukiah, or what the fuck is the other one?
I don't know.
Well, those are the ones I know.
Yeah.
Check out my Facebook and whatnot, and I'll be posting dates for that very, very soon.
Yeah. And I think that's it. Everybody, enjoy this week's podcast with the wonderful Brandie Posey. Hey everybody, welcome to the Mean Boys podcast. I'm not gay, my butt just keeps giving out blowjobs. I'm Connor McSpadden.
I'm Keith Carey.
I'm Tom Goss.
I'm Brandie Posey.
Oh, yeah.
Do I not do that? Do I not do that?
No, you're fine. You were supposed to go, and I'm, and then I was going to call you, and then I was going to call you the cool mom at a real big fish concert. But it's all good.
And I'm.
I love how excited you were to finally drop that butt blowjob thing we workshopped last night.
Oh yeah, we did like 20 minutes of that on the patio outside. Well, yeah, we were talking about it was something that it was like butt sex and invading countries, and then Keith was like, I don't know about arming the Kurds, but I'll harm the turds, and we just did this whole bit about like Thanos is pillaging the planet, and then just turds are hiding in the corner, like, oh no, it's Keith, he's come for us at last, hold me close, like like there's like Pompeii preserved fossilized turds after your
gold
rampage.
metal dick with 5 jewels around the rim.
Yeah. Dude, have I ever told the story about when you left your cock ring in my room?
Hi, Brandie.
I don't know why more women don't want to do the show. Like I said,
I don't know if you have told. It's not even that much of a story. I just left it in your room because I had sex in your room.
Yeah. Well, I like.
Classic roommate shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he told me I could. Like I wasn't.
Yeah, I'm a good guy. I
It's
just
a
got.
Friends episode. I remember when Joey did that to Chandler.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
Joey. I'm
was this
Joey.
for you or the monkey? Oh my god.
I'm Joey. You're Chandler. Tom is somehow the dog from Frasier.
I don't know that show.
I got home like 2 hours earlier than I was expecting, and like Keith in my room was like, I was so fucking wiped. I was on a military base on an island. Like I just want to go to bed, and I walk in my room, and there's just a big sticky cock ring, and I wasn't thinking, and I picked it up. I said big. It's flattering to you. Of course, it's sticky. It was inside a human being, Keith.
I don't think you know how that works.
I do know. I've used
Wasn't
several
it
cock rings. Anyway, so I pick it up, and I'm
It
like,
was
what the
a
hell is
Cheerio. What
this?
you saw was his cereal from the morning.
Yeah, it was just discarded Chips Ahoy.
Yeah, so Keith starts the day with a bowl of cock rings. He goes and he gets he gets a gallon of cum out of the fridge, and he just shakes it up, he pours it in, and
Yeah, they won't be
crunches
buying
away.
the cum on food stamps anymore.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think his teeth look like that? He's eating metal every morning.
It's a good amount of iron and protein, though. That's healthy.
I got that going for me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Lord knows he doesn't get enough
Yeah,
protein.
the one part of it I do remember is you just angrily going, "Come on!" and then just seeing the cock ring fly out of the room, and just clatter incriminatingly across the kitchen floor.
Yeah, like
And,
a scene from The Horny Odd Couple.
I've gotten real good at talking myself out of bad situations. There's no coming back from that one.
There's really not.
I'm like, I'm going to take the L. I'm going to go outside for 45 minutes and then see if we're still friends. And I come back in.
Yeah, that shit was just so. It was just like I got inside and I was like, of course,
You were having the worst day.
No, yeah, there's just like empty boxes of falafel and like candles that like were burning everywhere, and I was just like, oh, of course, this is how Keith fucks. I forgot. I mean, I'm okay with knowing that it happened. I just don't like seeing the evidence of it.
Some sort of weird Persian warlord. Just a lot of fire and food.
Brandie Posey's back on the show, everybody. I'm excited.
Back
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I did your live show.
Yeah, you did the worst
I don't
show we
blame you
ever
for
did.
taking that out of your
sold out
memory.
one.
Wait a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
the one
packed.
4 people. Yeah.
It was crazy.
And now it's like 15 people when we go.
Yeah,
on
there are
It's
literally as
insane.
many people on this show as there were at that show.
Yeah, for
That was
sure.
I don't think I've ever felt worse for a guest because I I was like, yo, it's gonna be a packed show. Bring your merch. I know you're going to Vegas in the morning.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
yeah.
is worth the drive.
Yeah, and then it took me like 6 months to Venmo you like $20 in gas money because I was just like, hey, Brandie, shit's tough right now. All right, I really respect you. We appreciate the time. You were fantastic. Can you give me a long time to get you the amount of money it costs to buy 2 packs of cigarettes? Because things are a nightmare.
No.
But I mean, look at us now. We've got an unair conditioned crack house full of curtains with weird satanic buttons on them. Everything's going great, guys.
No, everything's fine. You guys have 2 working computers. I'm proud of you.
I know,
4
yeah.
microphones that I think are plugged in. It's great. We're making it happen.
This one is actually just a
One
tin
day
can
at a
with a
time.
string attached.
Yeah,
to it.
this show actually
Exactly.
broadcasts lives on the fillings the government put in Tom's teeth, so it requires a lot of technology. You got a podcast called Lady to Lady, which
I
is
do.
very, very good, and a live show called Picture This, where
Yes.
animators will draw shit as comedians are doing their bits. It's
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
very cool.
Oh, thank you.
I say that I've never seen it ever in my life, but it
I actually
sounds
went
awesome.
I went to that for the first time recently.
Oh, yeah, you were just there a couple months ago.
when Dodorian was on it. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
fucking super cool.
Yeah,
I-
it's
I'd
a
always
really
wanted
rad
to go.
show.
Yeah, it sounds fucking cool. I'm just like, when I think about the logistics of that, I'm like, I had like a tough time finding 7 news articles where people died in silly ways. I don't know how you pull all of that together.
I mean, I got a producer. She handles most of it.
Yeah.
I just try to show up.
Oh, yeah.
Take just the credit. Yeah, no, we have the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, I'm just the face of the operation.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, yeah. I'm the less talented one who has to learn what an XLR cable is.
Yeah, exactly. You know how to plug things in.
Yeah, it's pretty whack, dude. I gotta like twist some knobs until it kind of sounds okay, and then it fucks up every 5th episode.
I also do stuff.
Yeah, Tom's around. He's in the mix. He's the muscle.
Yeah.
How you been, man? You've
I've
been
been-
quiet today.
Oh, I'm just enjoying all this riffs and rafts, man. You guys are rollicking.
Boy, aren't you glad?
Well,
Aren't you glad you asked?
You drove to the east side for this?
Dude, ours are good
It's
letter.
no San Diego. It's fine.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
I'm expecting $20 after the podcast, or 6 months from now. Also.
Man. I
Yeah.
gotta go outside for a minute.
Patreon ain't doing that well. All right, kiddo.
I gotta Google how much I can pawn a cock ring for.
For sale cock rig, worn a lot.
Oh man, fucking Ernest Hardaway.
Yeah, I had a kerfuffle with a gal because I bought a vibrating cock ring because I got one for free at the Pleasure Chest when I did that show one time, and I tried. I was like, oh, this is fun. I was like, I'll buy one of these, and then I brought it over and I like took it out of the package and I put the batteries in. And she's like, were you gonna fuck me with a used cock ring? I was like, no, it's brand new. I promise. I just didn't want to come and undo. Nothing's like unsexier than doing clamshell packaging in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Like, if you think that like a Spotify ad kills the mood, try fucking. Hey, do you have scissors? Are they in the drawer? The other drawer? Like, so
Why
I
do
just
they make this so hard to open?
yeah. And I was like, I thought I'd come prepared. And she's like, you were going to fuck me with a used cock. I was like, it wasn't, you smell it. It's fine.
Also,
smell it?
Yeah.
They're not disposable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to buy a new one every time.
No, that's not how cock rings work.
Well, I know.
It's
I mean,
an
like,
investment.
Yes.
well, it's like, it was
Hey,
like
I'm going to inherit my dad's. I have no problem with it.
Yeah. Fourth generation cock ring.
yeah, Tom puts it on, he becomes invisible, and he's like, I'm going to have to go on a quest for this.
Have you done these shows where they're just paying people in sex toys, though?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
real. What's the weirdest thing you've ever gotten?
Just vibrators is usually all I get.
I got a fleshlight once. That was weird.
Yeah.
Because I got there late, so they were like out of the good model. So they're like, you can
Yeah.
have the butthole or the clear one.
What'd you go with?
I went with the butthole.
right.
Yeah.
The
We-
clear one is horrifying.
Do you
really
want an
fucked up.
avatar blowjob or plain? Like,
well, the clear one like is
Yeah.
like, okay, what if you were like jerking off, but also you could see your wiener? I'm like, that's
Yes.
just jerking off.
yeah, it's like
you have
it's
just-
like going
I
on one of
don't
those
need
boats
that.
with a window in the bottom so you can see the fish. You're just like, oh, geez, this was not worth the grip on.
I have glass bottom loneliness.
Never
Yeah.
gotten a sex toy. I have gotten a lot of swords.
Yeah,
doing
Tom-
shows.
Dude,
Yeah.
what shows are you doing? I for sure need some swords.
Yeah,
That'd be fun as fuck.
Yeah, this gal came over last night, and I was showing her your like domicile, and I was like, oh, she's like, is that a knife? And I was like, it's one of several knives.
I've never bought it a blade, but thank you to all the Mean Boys fans who keep giving them to me.
Yeah, it's
I-
become a running thing on the road where like our fans will give me cigarettes, him swords, and then just kind of sexually harass Connor.
No, someone walked up. I got to say thank you, by the way, at my show in San Diego last night. Someone just walked up. I think it was Callie Velasquez. It looked a lot like her, but I don't know. Just gave me a Richard Nixon souvenir tiny penny and then a handwritten which of the following that it heavily implied that I'm gay and poor. So, God,
that poor.
we got the best fans in the world, you guys. I'm not poor until 3 weeks because I've had like a little bit of money and I just how many jackets have I purchased in the last 48 hours, Keith?
Very good point.
It's a fucking lot of jackets.
I need to buy some shoes. I haven't gotten like shoes that I bought in like 5 years.
Yeah, you're wearing like these weird like mom like running shoes. that
Yeah,
your
my
sister
sister
stole
stole
for
them
you.
from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
It wasn't weird. She worked there, and she just,
No, that's still weird.
Yeah, and that's kind
she
of
doesn't work
worse.
there anymore.
I wonder why. All right.
Better than found shoes. I thought you were just like finding
I've done that
shoes.
too.
Well, all right.
Tom finds clothes.
That
a
is
lot.
just a trust
May have found
fall
this
with the
shirt.
world.
I mean, if they're abandoned shoes, like it's.
Yeah.
We were I was at Universal City Walk with Kyle Clark last night,
Yeah.
and there was just a pair of baby shoes just left behind on a trash can, and I'm like, someone's gonna take these, but they're not there because everything went great.
Remember, we were walking down Fairfax, and I found a really cool shoe that was my size, but it was only one of them, and I was like, "Do I take it?" Like, do
Yes, of course.
You
Yeah.
never know when you're going to lose that leg. It's fine.
I? Oh, dude.
Oh
yeah.
man,
Come on.
Imagine, like, I feel like being a peg leg and shoe shopping. You're like, okay, can I just buy? I know it's weird to just buy a shoe, but
Yeah.
what do you do with the other one? Do you find like a partner with your size, and you guys just team up? Who's missing the other leg? You know, that's going to be my fucking business model. Is I just pair up amputees with corresponding feet, and they buy like Jordans together.
It's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
it's near
I
the
like
top
it,
of the
yeah.
worst ideas.
What didn't you have like a Bitcoin laundromat or something like that? I like that one.
Oh yeah. That was. I'm still working on the paperwork for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're all fired up. There's a lot more cock ring discussion than I was anticipating. Let's get into our opening segment, the Mexican joke off, everybody.
Ay, so topical.
Oh, geez. I'll take us away this week. In terms of Connor half-assed the joke off, this is a pretty legendary week.
I want to go through and see when the last time we did an episode where you didn't start off by saying, "No, I didn't try this week."
Oh, no, I know.
It's every single time.
Pat Barker gave me the perfect amount of shit for it, but I'll take us away. A Washington State nurse is accused of stealing drugs and intentionally infecting patients with hepatitis C. I've heard of naughty nurses, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, you really didn't try this week. I take it back. This is some cried wolf shit.
Yeah, it's not great. It's all just Dice Clay but this is ridiculous. It's all 5 of them.
I have bad news for you. There's another "this is ridiculous" coming.
Oh, hell yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
I couldn't work up to that level this week.
A woman was fined for microwaving a bottle of her own urine at a 7-Eleven. I've heard of a big gulp of squirt, but this is ridiculous.
All right, that was better than mine for sure.
It's a low bar to clear.
Yeah.
Nice one.
All right.
Okay. Ariana Grande tweeted for an hour about how amazing the 8th planet in our solar system is, because boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider, but pop stars go to Neptune so they don't get shot by goons.
Damn. That was a woke-ass solar system joke.
Jesus Christ. Wait, she was just tweeting about Neptune?
She tweeted about Neptune for literally an hour. People were like, "Why are you doing this?" And she's like, "It's cool."
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of people who's like, "I'm never going to hold my daughter again."
I know. It was like it showed up in my Twitter news story, and I was like, "Fuck the world."
Dude, the Twitter news stories, it's always just like, these Tibetan yarn artists are fighting back against Donald Trump. Big Sean just named his dog something, and you won't believe it. And it's like, gas attack in Yemen. Everybody died. Like,
Everyone killed with acid. Kanye bought a hat.
Yeah.
You guys know Neptune was also like a Roman water Pokemon, or whatever the fuck it was. A god. It was a water god.
Roman water Pokemon. What are you playing Roman gods or Pokemon?
No, that's kind of what it's like. We got a rock one, we got a fire one, we got a lightning one. The original fucking Pokemon.
Original name was Fucks Little Boys in the Astoys. They were gay back then.
History.
Oh, God, sodomy
We
charge.
came a long way, then we went all the way back, and now we're going there again.
A filmmaker died when a giraffe head butted him in the head. A giraffe was heard saying, "You ignored my headshot. Good luck ignoring this headshot."
Oh, God.
Oh, man, dude. What the hell?
You really stuck your neck out on that giraffe.
Yeah, man, I thought my joke was bad, but this is ridiculous.
All right, just remember the Roman god Pokemon thing and how we all had fun with that.
You're hilarious when you're not trying to be.
Yeah.
We had like 4 different people send us that giraffe headbutted someone's story where they're like, "You need this." I'm like, we have an alert for violent nonsense.
Look, I did it for them. You happy people? This is what happens when you ask me to do something and I try to do it for you. Now we're all sad.
Yeah,
look at it. Feel it.
It's like
feel
the
the sadness.
It's like the line.
Are you fucking
okay,
sad?
Tom, you're going to keep saying something that's not funny for a long time, and then we're losing
Hear
the
how
moment.
sad Connor is. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's not going to be able to follow that. I should have just let you go. I don't know why I tried to coach you up on broadcasting like that's ever helped.
I'm like
we're
allowed
80
this
episodes
Pokemon.
deep. I think we can train him now.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is that you're bad at it. Like, that's like the good part, you know?
Yeah.
What am
People come for my miss success things. Failure.
my mis-successings?
You guys get it.
All right, guys. Newly discovered fossil evidence in New Mexico suggests that Ice Age hunters were tracking and hunting giant sloths. If you want to follow a big, slow monster around, sign up for our email list and find out when Tom Goss is coming to a city near you. There's like an 8-foot Bigfoot sloth. This shit sounded so scary.
That's too much sloth.
Yeah.
I also like that you just said sloth, and me and Tom both were like, all right, which one of us is getting it?
Yeah. Well, dude,
I know, both of you just like tensed up a little bit. It was amazing.
There's become like a Pavlov thing where anytime like a large animal or some sort of disease-ridden mother is implied, I'm like, all right, here we go.
I don't know that I've ever hooked up with a woman who didn't have a bunch of pictures of cute sloths on her iPhone. That's just like my demographic.
Well, everybody loves
It's
sloths,
that and like Doctor Who fans.
Yeah.
And so I gotta give a shout out to the sloth community.
Sloths can swim pretty well. Did you guys know that?
Here's the thing. I don't even
love the
think you know
dumbass
that.
animal fact.
I do. The sloths swim. They're in the sky. They're on the ground. They're in the water. They are.
I think you just saw Ray Romano in a pool. Didn't know that he
Deborah,
wasn't
where are
even
my
the
floaties?
voice of the sloth.
Swim like motherfuckers.
You're like, I'm not right. Yeah, you're just trying to teach people about nature.
You remember zoo books?
You're like one of you're like if
I
Steve
wanna see
Irwin's
the Tom-
kid got fucking stung in the brain by the stingray.
I just
Anyway,
want to see Tom Goss zoo books.
I know,
Where he's
seriously.
him making up shit about animals. Yeah, zebras are allergic to gluten. It's the white part.
I am betting 1,000 on animal facts on this podcast. I know you forget it.
I just don't know you're wrong, but I don't. Anyway, I can't do this with you again. A tourist who went to India to cure a depression was kidnapped and beheaded. So, like, I guess technically it worked.
you can't be sad if you don't have a head. That's like the main thing.
Yeah, that's like the whole part of it.
Yeah, the headless horseman. He just never had a bad day. Ichabod Crane straight up is jolly. He wrote a book with Tim Ferriss about life hacks.
I don't know who Tim Ferriss is.
I know.
I bet he
You know
can't
you
swim
don't.
like a motherfucker, though.
He's the opposite of you in every way. He's a very productive man that people look to for guidance.
I used to hate listening to his podcast. He's so.
Oh, it's
fucking
good.
hate that
Like
guy
fucking
so
douche
much.
chills. Yeah.
Oh man, just starts every episode with like a new Japanese word that he just learned.
Oh,
It's
dude,
truly insane.
He's just the worst white person. I mean, I'm
No,
not going to
he
pretend like
is.
I wasn't into him when I was like 16 because I was
Yeah,
like, I'm going to start my own car wash company and fucking, retire at 38.
One of the highlights of my life is buying a copy of the 4-Hour Body or whatever, like his big book about like
Yep.
bettering your life, and then railing a Vicodin off it.
Yo, did you really do that?
I really did. And the same night somebody did coke off a David Sedaris book in my house.
Wait, did you snort a Vicodin? Why would you do that? Just for the
I like
because
party.
it
for the
hits,
funsies?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
hits you harder.
Because I didn't have
Okay.
any oxy. That's why.
There you go.
I used to be a bad boy.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks, Starburns.
What, Tom knows sloths. I know pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, that's the division of labor. Me, I'm the wild card. I got Yu-Gi-Oh facts and boring anecdotes.
I'm pharmaceutical, too.
We know.
It didn't work.
John McCain. John McCain doesn't want Donald Trump to attend his funeral, according to the New York Times. In response, Donald Trump was quoted as saying, quote, "I only like funerals of people who don't die."
Damn, that's a good one.
I saw that. I was like, that is such an unnecessarily bitch thing for John McCain to have said, and I love it so much.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite thing that he's ever done.
You're not invited to
Yeah.
my birthday party, Donald.
I mean, granted, sure, John McCain is like, he's like Loki in the Avengers, where I'm never
Yeah.
quite sure if he's a good guy or a bad guy. Like,
Exactly.
if he flips teams every 2 weeks.
Little bitch.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like if you're like a piece of shit, and you do one like mildly decent thing, you get like the curve is like set so much higher.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
Steve-O isn't killing anybody. It's like, he's doing great. He's not huffing whipped cream 24 hours a day.
That's his back tattoo.
Not that I'm actually really proud of Steve-O. I want to make that clear.
I also don't appreciate disparaging the Whippet community.
Oh, it's me.
Yes, it is.
DJ Khaled said he refuses to eat his wife's hole.
What did you
That's
just do?
terrible. I wonder if his wife knows.
Wait, what? Tom, you called? Here's what you did. You
What
confused
happened?
everybody and you
What
called pussies holes. Like it's a young adult novel. Oh, caveman, huh?
The most horrifying thing I've ever heard you say.
Yeah, this is a lot of stiff competition there.
Why would he eat Courtney Love? I don't understand.
Oh yeah, DJ Khaled actually wrote all the songs in their first album. All right, guys. Human Rights Watch claims that Saudi Arabia has detained thousands of people for up to a decade with no trial. The organization is calling it the "getting stuck in a conversation with about Green Day with Keith Carey of due process."
Shut up. They're great.
That was too many words for me.
Yeah.
After my long evening.
All right, well, I'll try a different version of what Tom talked about here.
Yep.
DJ Khaled said in an interview that he doesn't eat pussy. Not whole, pussy. That's what he said in an interview he doesn't eat pussy. When asked why, he said he already gets his wife wet enough with all the sweat from his gross fat tits.
Man, I don't know. This is an anti-body shaming podcast.
Fuck yeah, man, it's fat. Gross
And by that I mean stop taking my one bit. All right,
Yeah.
I'm down to one.
Oh, it's got a bummer. I'm just like, that's the fat guy rule book is we don't not do that.
Yeah, that's part of your whole fucking appeal.
Yeah, we know
First
that
rule
the
of Fat Club: if it's your first night, you gotta munch.
I don't understand why everyone was mad at him. Like, obviously, his wife knows. She's not complaining about. Like,
Here's the thing. Another thing about DJ Khaled's wife: she looks exactly like Rachel Dolezal.
I thought you were going to say she looks exactly like him. Like,
No,
it was
no,
just
no.
DJ Khaled in a wig.
I straight up thought it was Rachel Dolezal for a minute.
Oh, God, those two would deserve each other.
Absolutely.
Goddamn.
God. Okay, I've got one too. DJ Khaled broke the internet this week by declaring that he doesn't go down on his wife, but expects her to go down on him because he's, quote, the king. Donald Trump heard the news and has asked the White House staff to start referring to him as Your Majesty. Because Donald Trump for sure doesn't need pussy either.
Yeah, they don't serve pussy at McDonald's, so.
Exactly.
See, I think
Ooh, I
Donald
want a
Trump,
number 69.
I think Donald Trump eats pussy, but he's really bad at it, but he thinks he's really good at it.
You think I'm Donald Trump?
But I think Donald Trump eats ass, but he thinks he's eating pussy.
See, now I'm just imagining him just like eating a cat like a hamburger. He's like, this is.
I went down to the girl with
Is Donald Trump Alf to you?
Well, Ramsey's really into him.
Oh, God, that would
joke.
rule. Just racist Alf.
Yeah, exactly. Lock the cats up.
Yeah, President Gordon Shumway trying to build the space wall.
All right, boys, they don't get better. So the Swedish officials announced that their Swedish meatballs aren't actually a Swedish dish. The Pope followed up saying that child butt isn't actually a Catholic dish.
Tom,
Jesus, okay.
what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, you could have at least thrown in like the word delicacy to make it sound smart.
I've never sounded smart.
I don't know. You've sounded. I mean, you know a lot about sloths, dude.
He knows
Yeah,
one
the
thing
slowest
about
animal.
Yeah, okay. A 13-year-old boy suffering from a severe brain injury regained consciousness just moments after his parents signed away his organs. He retained just enough cognitive function to tearfully learn about the hospital's no takesies-backsies policy.
Oh, shit. There's like one hand already in getting the kidney, just, oh. Ooh, well, this is awkward.
The guy's going to take it out, and the thing buzzes, and he's like, "Oh, I lost again." Like the game, you know, the Parker Brothers.
Yeah, Operation.
Yeah, everybody gets it.
Hawaii was rocked by the eruption of a long dormant volcano. Citizen turned for direction to a befuddled Jimmy Buffett. I wrote that joke in a Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville last night.
Yeah, that's like your like a fucking birthright trip is when you go to Margaritaville with Kyle Clark.
Me and Kyle went to Margaritaville on Cinco de Mayo last night. We're the Pope of bad white people.
Oh, that fucking rules.
I thought there was this band playing. It was like all these like 16-year-old kids, like, and they were just doing Mumford & Son covers with like an accordion and a violin. Oh, no. And we were just mercilessly shitting on them about 3 feet from their families, who kind of kept giving us this look like, yeah, we know, but come on.
Why are you guys here? We have to be here.
The funniest thing was there was this one girl there who had clearly was like a friend and like in love with one guy, the accordion guy of all people in the band.
Oh, it's so funny.
And she was just in front of the stage, just feeling it, just like hands on the heart, dancing. And you just see this kid playing the accordion, violently trying to avoid eye contact. He's just like, "No, Stacy, we tried once at Bible camp. It didn't work. Please stop coming to the show."
Man, one time when me and Nathan Camp and Evan Cassidy did a road gig in like 2013, we're walking down the streets of like downtown like Visalia, like just the worst possible, and we see these two girls that are being hit on by these two like folk musicians,
right?
You know, and they have like fake English accents, and this guy's got like an accordion around his chest, and we just went and shit on him for like 10 minutes and hung out with the girls for the rest of the night.
I remember that.
Yeah. That was the night that our buddy JJ Pazos filmed Nathan eating pussy, which was one of the cruelest things I've ever seen.
That was
in my
pretty
life.
rough, man.
Yeah, I wake up the next morning, and this guy, he's insane. He's an insane person.
Yeah.
I've not talked to him in years, but he walks over to me and he's like, "Hey man, look at this video," and I'm like, "What? Is that the hallway earlier?" And it's like if they made a Cloverfield movie about, and I'm just like, I see Nathan's bald head, and I was like, "What? He's my friend. I didn't want to see this." God. And he found out about it. He just yelled at him for like 5 hours down the grapevine.
Well, JJ's the same dude who got drunk at my house one time, got a concussion, like fell in my bathtub. We called the EMTs, and like a lady EMT is working on him, and she's like, "Okay, I need you to keep your eyes open." She's like asking him like, concussion questions.
Yeah,
and she goes, "Sweetheart, the men are talking," and I swear she just goes, "Cool, man," and then just left.
Oh my god!
And that's why he can't do math anymore.
Yeah, or this show.
Yeah.
It's a tremendous piece of shit.
Jesus Christ! Ooh, leave your brain to science.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave your brain in a fucking gutter.
Am I on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The first photos of Prince Louis were released this week, reminding the world that when we finally rise up and eat the rich, we should start with their cute little baby thighs.
Dude, you got the whole point of the podcast across in that joke, because we're all about being woke, but doing it through cannibalism.
Absolutely.
Because we're just like, we want to have the right opinions, but there's going to be a dead kid involved.
For sure.
How do we make child murder kind of adorable?
Yeah, raise the minimum wage and something about pedophiles.
That joke is just like, oh, I want to be a dad, but not like a good one.
A distant one where you read about your kid being eaten.
My word, this nanny's getting a pay cut.
A woman killed herself in front of a Walmart. The spill will be cleaned sometime in mid-June.
Really harsh indictment of the Walmart
fucking messy
sanitary.
there, yeah.
That was like a Tim Allen joke about a suicide. All right, guys.
Last round.
Yeah. An off-duty cop pulled a gun on a man who was falsely accused of stealing mints, explaining the new controversial slogan, Mentos, the Widowmaker.
Damn, that's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was either that or what about your mom? And I was like, I did it. I just covered it.
China has banned the cartoon character Peppa Pig, saying that she, quote, promotes gangster values. They have imposed a similar ban on SpongeBob Sag Pants.
Dude, I like that SpongeBob has become like a Black Twitter meme icon.
Yeah, it's real weird.
Like, there's going to be
I love
dudes who's
it.
like, oh, I met your mom when she tagged me in the comments of a SpongeBob meme. And ever since then, it's just been, like a new adventure every day.
He's become one of those things that just got adopted by black culture, like anime and Sprite, where it's just like...
Oh, yeah, my dad, loves Sprite. And then when someone told me, yeah, black people like Sprite, I was like, my dad watches competitive yachting. Like, I didn't... That was the best moment of my entire white life, was walking in on my father watching a yacht race and just being like, no, you kind of shut up. This is getting good.
Where do they even televise that?
I don't know.
It's the only sport on C-SPAN?
Yeah.
All right. Smash Mouth is back in the news.
Ooh.
Yeah. After responding to DJ Khaled's claims that he does not go down on his wife by saying, quote, a king who doesn't is no king at all, proving that Smash Mouth and the coyotes in my neighborhood all eat more pussy than DJ Khaled.
Hey. Dude, I had a good Smash Mouth tweet that didn't take off. When Trump dropped out of the climate accords, I just did a picture of them and it said, the water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. And then, like a MAGA logo.
Oh, shit, that's good.
I was an early Smash Mouth fall, because I've been a Smash Mouth apologist for a long time, and I'm really happy they're having like a renaissance. Oh,
Same.
yeah, I mean, the Fushi Meng, that's like some good like third wave ska shit.
Straight up good album.
Oh,
I
yeah,
still love it.
Fucking Disconnect the Dots, all that shit, Astro Lounge. That's like, it's fucking, it's an eclectic record. There's a lot of different, they show range on that motherfucker.
Pet Names is like one of my favorite first songs.
Oh,
I
dude.
fucking love that song
The
so
Fonz?
much.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, all that shit's so good.
Kyle Clark and I have talked about how like we threaten each other that we're going to start a band together all the time.
Me and him talked about this last night.
Yes, we talk about this all the time, and then we're always like, "You guys want to? We'll just talk about songs off of Fush You Mang that we want to cover as our band." Like, I think we're just going to become a first album Smash Mouth
Nervous
cover.
in the
band.
alley.
The only Smash Mouth cover band that doesn't play All Star. Like, you keep
Hey
starting
now,
it and then just play
no
something else.
refunds. Get the fuck out. We're doing deep cut. B-sides at the casino. Getting fired.
Dude, I saw them live for the first time last year. and
Oh,
it
I'm fucking
was
jealous.
Fucking insane. I got free tickets, and they were
All right, we get
Queen-
it. Your
Queen
podcast
Mary.
is more successful than ours. You have the Smash Mouth hookup.
You just got to start writing in and being like, "I'm a media person." Like,
Yeah. Oh, I've been
Oh,
trying.
yeah.
Yeah, just
Well,
start doing
Keith just
that
says he's a
shit.
meaty person, but I mean, it doesn't work as well.
And everyone lost their fucking minds when All Star started. It was really awesome to see.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I
fucking
can't
loved
imagine
it.
a bigger riot than
was
just,
long-
it happened.
It was in Long Beach next to the Queen Mary, and everyone was just like, "Fucking All Star!" It was awesome. And then when they played "I'm a Believer" from the Shrek soundtrack, they changed all the lights to green.
Oh, that's
They're
fucking...
keeping the branding in case you forgot Shrek.
My favorite Nazi stepdad story is when he just got you you tell him about your birthday gifts.
Oh man, so I had this stepdad who was kind of a Nazi.
Yeah.
But I went to 16. We had a birthday party at Buca de Beppo, and it was like everybody brought presents for me. Whatever. It was very nice.
Yeah.
And then he brings me stuff, and like, I opened the first thing, and it is a box of Shrek branded Twinkies. And then I opened the second thing, and it is a Shrek Chia Pet. And I want to be clear, I didn't really care for the Shrek films. Certainly not enough for him to be like, well, he's crazy for Shrek.
I know what this guy's gonna
Yeah,
like.
I'm going for a whole Shrek thing. It's like he went to the 99-cent store, which is already insulting enough.
my God.
But he went there, and the only thing he could think of was like, he's fat. He probably likes that other fat guy.
Yeah.
Donkey.
Classic Keith. Always talking about Shrek.
Oh, we do. Remember, that's a pretty good bit. This Shrek shitting his pants. Donkey!
Oh, no, it happened again, Donkey. Oh, I was driving. Oh, I'm going to be so late.
everywhere.
Oh, I know, Donkey. Oh, it's in my shoes. How did I even do that, Donkey? Oh, I brought the swamp with me today.
I did that to Keith at like 5 in the morning for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, he will do that for 45 minutes straight if you
It's
do
so
not
fucking
just
funny.
hit him or hold up a crucifix or something.
Yeah, all right, bring us home, time of gas.
You can now tweet from commercial space travel, meaning that now you can get the ultimate aerial shot of your food.
What?
It's all about one-upsmanship. Guys, I was really bad this week. I'm not hiding it. I'm sorry. It was awful. I'm aware.
I mean, I'm glad you know.
Yeah.
We're still going to tell you.
That's fine. I deserve
I want
it.
to like rub your nose in that joke. Bad. All right, well that was
Somebody just sassed their way out of a Shrek Chia bag.
you're re-gifting Shrek stuff from your childhood.
God, I bet I still have it somewhere.
All right, well that was a Rick and rollicking Mexican joke. Off the Mean Boys podcast. We'll be right back after this.
The Mad Titan, Thanos, draws ever closer to assembling the Infinity Gauntlet and wiping out half of all life in the universe. The only thing standing between humanity and extinction. Earth's mightiest heroes, the Avengers.
Avengers, you fight nobly. When I'm finished, half of humanity will still exist. I hope they remember you. Now surrender the Mind Stone or be destroyed.
Not a chance, Thanos. You will not win this fight.
I am Groot.
Cap, look up there. Looks like Stark made it after all.
Let him come. He will fall.
Captain, he's not slowing down.
Fuck!
Mr. Stark, are you okay?
This is not Tony Stark.
You're goddamn right I'm not that evil Spock-looking fucking homo. What the fuck is this?
I am Groot.
Well, Lottie fucking da, Stickly.
Who are you?
Mark Malloy, South Boston. Entrepreneur, jack of all trades, and the reason you're not allowed to buy Sudafed in bulk no more.
How did you get here? Where is Stark?
Nah, fuck if I know. I broke into that goober's lab. I was trying to swipe one of them Iron Man suits so I could go knock the teeth off that hair lip on the corner what owes me $30. I must have pushed the wrong button or something, because all of a sudden the fucking thing's locked up on me, and I'm hauling ass through the sky like a goddamn Chinese bottle rocket.
I am Groot.
You guys are all hearing that fucking tree talk, right? My head's a little wackadoo because I did 40 whippets and then turned into a fucking spaceship. Hey, wait a minute, you're Captain America. You punched Hitler. That's fucking bonkers, kid. I'm a huge fan.
Well, if we save the world, I'll sign an autograph for you. Now get behind something. It's about to get ugly.
Hey, what happened to your boyfriend? That metal arm Unabomber motherfucker. Is he still out there squeezing your plums or whatever?
He's got a mouth on him, doesn't he?
Who the fuck are you?
I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, okay, what neighborhood? Boys Town? What's your deal? You got bit by a fucking spider? Big deal. I got bit by a spider once. Well, it was actually just a Puerto Rican fella named Spider. It was a dice game, turned into a whole fucking thing. A bunch of chickens died.
Did you get any powers?
Yeah, I got a superhuman volume.
We don't have time for this.
Want me to take him down, Cap?
Yeah, bring it, Queens. I'll put your fucking head through that tree. Spider-Man with your fancy thwipping and shit. Ain't no superhero swinging from ropes in Boston. Well, maybe Nick Fury, but I do not support that.
Enough! You are a fool and you will be silent.
All right, ease up, sexual chocolate. I seen you on the news. I like your whole deal. Your country's kind of like my neighborhood, because we don't like outsiders, and we both got battle rhinos.
You have rhinos in your kingdom?
Well, not really rhinos so much as I just duct taped some sheet metal to my neighbor's pit bull, but tomato to fucking tomato. The point is, we're cool, man.
Very well. Wakanda forever.
Hakuna Matata.
Enough of this foolishness. Surrender the stone.
Holy fucking shit, kid. It's the fucking Grimace!
I must bring balance to the universe.
I've been drunk since 1993. I don't even remember what balance looks like. What's the fucking deal with Grape Ape over here?
See that thing on his hand? It's a weapon that can wipe out half of existence.
He's gonna destroy your life with a bedazzled glove? What is he, Michael Jackson?
I am Groot.
Yeah, you're right. It was a stretch. Look, they're not all gonna be winners.
We have to stop him.
Have you tried kicking him in the dick?
We have to destroy his stones.
Yeah, like I said, kick him in the dick. Jesus, I bet it looks like the fucking eggplant emoji.
My dick will not be kicked. I will not be stopped. I have sacrificed much. I killed my own daughter to acquire the Soul Stone.
Oh, boo fucking who. You know how many of my kids I've taken out? Dozens. I spent so much on abortions, I had to figure out how to make Plan B pills in my toilet, like a baby-killing moonshiner.
I grow weary of your jabbering, human. The stone will be mine.
No!
Oh, nice snap, you fucking fancy Nancy. What are you, trying out for West Side Story? Hey, wait a minute, what the fuck's happening to my body? I'm all pixely. Am I going into the Matrix? What is this? Oh, did you do some kind of spooky purple jazz voodoo? Fuck you, you fucking fuck. You guys should have kicked him in the dick.
At long last, my quest is complete. Tight.
Oh, and the Mean Boys podcast is back. It's time to play around. One of our favorite games is Did They Die? I'm going to read you guys a news story. You got to tell me if the person in question is dead or not. Let's begin. A man drove 40 miles with 3,000 bees loose in his truck cab. Did he die? It was like
I have questions.
Yeah, like a convoy wicker man.
Connor,
like-
he's
yeah.
podcasting.
Was it Macaulay Culkin?
That seems like something he'd do, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just to be interesting.
That's what happens when you listen to a Jerry Seinfeld album on full blast. His bees start flying.
Did he like have the bees in a
That's a
thing?
good Seinfeld.
No, thank you.
And then he spilled the bees?
That's a Bane movie. Yes, Gotham would burn.
Fucking Ray Liotta's in this for some reason. I don't know. B-movie became very in vogue to make fun of lately. I
Yeah.
kind of like that movie.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I've never seen it.
But I
It's
think it was
kinda
like
funny.
I think it was one of those things that like Brandon Wardell just tweeted about enough until it was like a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know, it just kind of
sounds
became
about
a
right.
weird Twitter move.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
who that is.
I feel the way about B-movie you guys feel about that first Smash Mouth album, where I'm like, look, I know it's silly, but like dig in, there's some good shit. At one point he sues Sting for fucking like stealing B shit, like appropriating their culture.
Whoa,
All
is
right,
that
that's
for real?
That is a real thing.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, they also tranked our Winnie the Pooh. There's a lot
Subpoena
of weird
in
shit
a
happening in that movie.
bottle.
It's weird because the plot of that movie is basically there's like a human man and a human lady who are dating, and then this bee is trying to fuck the human lady.
Dude, we were
Wait, that's the plot?
Yeah.
I mean, there's other stuff going on too, but yeah, this bee is trying to straight up cuck Patrick Warburton.
It's a bestiality cuck film?
whatever you say about this podcast, we respect B spaces, all right? I was saying,
Sorry, I
did
mean
a-
to say any buzzwords.
I did a show with Katrina Davis and Yusuf Roach. We were talking, and they're like, "So what have you been up to?" I was like, "Just hanging out, respecting black spaces." And I was like saying that, like that's what you've been up to, just respecting them. You know, it was a lot of fun. So yeah, he was hauling a shipment of bees, and all the bees escaped. And he was like, "These bees are really expensive. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. I got to just finish the ride."
Fuck.
Yeah,
Are you shipping it to a honey farm?
presumably.
Or just like Winnie the Pooh got crazy on the internet buying or whatever? Or fucking
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh got drunk on Amazon and then ordered
internet
bees.
buying dot whatever.
Yeah.
I think this guy's alive because the fact that it's 40 miles, I'm like, you didn't make it 40 and then die.
Yeah. I think he's probably still alive because a lot of people, like, the people that wear bees, you know what I mean? They're always, like, on their bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
Unless he was trying to get them off of him.
Maybe he was cool. He's just like, I don't fuck with the bees
yeah.
don't fuck with me.
Exactly. He was, like, a very zen, intense ride.
Like, listen, fellas,
Okay.
I'm just going to keep driving. Y'all can control the radio. We're going to get through this.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me know if you need to pull over. There's a Chick-fil-A down the road.
Yeah.
bees hate bad drivers. That's what I've noticed, and I think he's dead.
Show your work on that one.
Yeah.
Tom.
Honestly, I'm just saying words at this point. No, I think there's a lot of ways he could die. There's fewer ways he could have lived. Like if there's any ventilation. Did you say the trunk was open, or just the bees got loose?
He's
in
like
the
a
trunk?
truck. They're in the cab of his like truck.
They're in
Right.
bees.
Yeah.
Like the bees and the man are one place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. Animal. I'm gonna go. I'm rooting for the animal. I'm going bees.
Are we playing 20 questions? A vegetable or mineral? Like, what are you saying? The guy's alive.
Sweet.
Aw.
Yeah, good for he went to his brother's house for some reason, which is like a weird move. I mean, I learned everything I needed to know about myself is when that fucking SpaceX launch happened. I was driving up to Santa Barbara, so it was like fucking really bright in front of me. I was like, "Is that a nuclear missile?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck do I do? Do I like send some text message to a lost love or call my mother?" And I just texted
Yeah.
Keith and Tom, just like, "You see this shit? This is wild, man. Are we gonna be okay?"
You know what's hilarious? I got those texts, and then I was like on my bed, and I googled like, "Is there a space?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's a space thing. No one from." I was like, "Do I go outside and see it, or text anyone?" And I go, "Nah."
Like the idea that the nuclear apocalypse is coming. And you're like, yeah, but I don't know. I haven't seen this.
They
Frasier.
know.
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
don't know why I've gotten on this loop of you watching Frasier.
I don't know what Frasier is. I know
you
it's a TV
that's why
show.
It's funny to me.
I get periodically.
dog one?
My buddy Jamal Johnson, who's a rapper, will call me and like ask me for a joke when he's trying to fuck a chick. I presume, I'm like, I don't know, dude. And he's like, anyway, all right, man, I'm gonna go back to watching Frasier. And I'm like, what? You're watching Frasier? You're literally like you're a SoundCloud trap rapper. And I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go watch Martin. And then later on in the hotel room, Martin came on TBS, so I sent him a picture of it, and then he sends me a picture of him like immediately of him watching Frasier on Netflix. Not even like season 1, episode 1. Like it was like season 4, episode 9. Tabs of the Frasier wiki open in the browser. That shit was so good. All right, next one. A 74-year-old man tried to fix his trunk in the drive-thru of a Dairy Queen. Did he die?
Oh no. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
That's too vague. So he died, and it was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, somebody needed to get their Blizzard or whatever the fuck. I don't know what's a Dairy Queen.
Yeah, Blizzard for a
He got
gizzard.
it.
Yeah.
He's in the drive-thru, and then the guy with the fucking bees is just like, I want ice cream.
The bees really want a treat.
I'm not going to tell the bees no.
The big reveal at the end is this is just all the plot of the new Final Destination movie.
They told me to take him to the Queen. I assume this is what they meant.
Goddamn, dude.
Boom, B-facts.
We the best.
BJ Collins. Nah, it's stupid.
You shut your mouth. I love the BJ Khaled. What about BJ's Khaled? And he just loves chain restaurants. He's getting a Pizookie, This food's so good, I shouldn't have to eat for free. All right, so did anybody guess?
Yeah, I think he's dead
Dead.
as shit.
I think
Also think
he's
he's dead.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, that guy's very dead.
And what happened though?
He popped the hood and he left it like in drive, and then it rolled over him. And he was like, "Oh,
Jesus
dude,
Christ.
fucking shit," That's my old guy voice.
That's a great impression. I like that he started out Indian.
Yeah, that was an accident.
Oh, no.
Oh, no McGriddle here.
I did McGriddles on Real Ass Podcast, right?
You've done McGriddles on every piece of media we've ever been involved in.
I think that was
You absolutely have done
I
it
don't
on
know
this
if he's
show.
done it on Mean Boys. If I'm being like completely, I'm not.
Well,
even,
Brandie, the bit is just an Indian man
can't wait.
trying
Brandie
to say
looks
the
so
word
amped.
McGriddles. I would like to order a I want a pancake sandwich.
There's not even a reason he couldn't say McGriddle.
I just feel like it'd be hard for him. Does that make me a bad guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you're a good guy.
Thanks, Tom.
Just a racist. No, I'm kidding.
Anyway, let's redeem ourselves. A teenager was brutally mugged for his sneakers that turned out to be fake. Did he die?
Wait, fake sneakers?
Yeah, they're like fake
Like
Jordans.
bananas on his feet, or like what?
No, Tom, there's a big bootleg fashion industry, you maroon. All right.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it's like, oh, it's Louis Vuittoni or whatever, and it's like one letter off. And it's
Oh,
like
so
fake.
the shoes aren't fake. The brand's fake.
Yeah, like if you want like a nice
fake
pair.
Oakleys, fake watches back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Sure.
I'm thinking that Cat Williams where he's like, a Crisis of Your Home. It looks just like a Phantom, and it does until the Phantom pull up, and then you just in that motherfucker. that special is so funny.
Ah, fuck. I don't know. Have you ever been mugged?
No.
I do not recommend it.
Yo,
No.
you told me about you got the chillest mugging in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, no, I've been mugged twice, so I forgot.
Oh, okay.
I got mugged in Anaheim where they took my bad motherfucker wallet, which was pretty funny. Yeah. Well, actually, they took it. Then I was like, "Yo, can I just get my work ID back?" They looked through, realized I didn't have any money, gave me my wallet back, and just took my $8 flip phone. So I got mugged, got change, and then the Anaheim PD stole my bad motherfucker wallet.
Oh man, that guy was like, "We got to keep
damn
this
it.
for evidence," and he's like, "Yeah, evidence is my son's name. He's got a birthday coming up."
It was a real bummer, like getting ghosted by the police. We're just like, "Can I have my shit back?" And they're just like, "No, a new 911. Who this?"
I got shut down in the DMs by Justice.
Oh yeah. What? I got robbed in Anaheim one time, and I met up with my parents, and I was like, "We got to call the cops." My dad was like, "They'll show up fucking next week. It's not worth
won't
the
do anything."
Yeah.
$40 phone." The Anaheim PD are the fucking worst.
Yeah, they gave me a ride home, but they were dicks about it. Like,
Yeah.
that was about
Yeah.
it.
Ooh, look who lives somewhere.
And they're like, so you're going to tip me on the app, right? So yeah, is that guy dead or not? What do you think?
The mug for the shoes? I think he's probably dead.
Tommy Goss.
I think alive.
All right, Brandie
You
Posey.
can just
He's
find
alive.
clothes. This is always.
I mean, I
been
hope
my-
they're all alive.
Because I
but-
feel like if they're fake shoes, then he probably gave them up quicker than if they were bad ones. So I feel like he wouldn't have fought over them so much.
That's a very good point. Well, my thing is,
Yeah.
I don't think there was really like a discussion about it. I feel like they were like, well, we're going to put him
We'll
on the
shoot
ground,
you and take
then
out.
the shoes are over here.
Yeah, that's
well,
fair.
he's alive. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
This reminds me of one of my favorite memes I've ever seen in my entire life. That's what the podcast is now. I just describe memes to you. It's a picture of these really shitty shoes, and this woman's like posting in like a Facebook group, like, "What kind of Jordans are these?" And some guy goes, "I believe those are Montel Jordans." Oh, this shit made me laugh for like 10 minutes. All right, that giraffe one from earlier that everyone already knows. An aging war criminal was hospitalized for an infection. Did he die?
Aging war criminal.
Yeah, an aging war criminal. I don't know why I said that. An aging war
What kind of?
Wait, are we
war
talking
crime?
In a
so
world.
John McCain?
He will die soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Man.
I did. I'm not going to describe another tweet. One was too many.
Welcome to Connor Remembers the Internet.
What was his war crime?
I was funny earlier. His war crime was just like vague
Shoplifting.
vague war crimes.
Yeah.
I didn't read that much about it. So
It was jaywalking during the siege of
yeah,
Vietnam.
that'd be funny. War crime. You stole a Snickers during Crystal Knocked.
Snicker knocked.
Crystal Pepsi Knocked. Is that anything?
That's kind of, we're
There's
almost.
something there.
Crystal Nougat.
New name for the Armenian genocide. Crystal Pepsi Knocked.
No, that means even less.
All right, yeah.
Points. You get points. For
Welcome to Fat Midnight with Keith Carey.
Oh man, Fat Midnight just sounds like a husky superhero.
Me and Keith were up working on this writing project,
That's
and
your drag queen name.
Oh no, my drag queen name is Gine 11. We've already talked about this.
I was fucking. We
good.
post-maced a bunch of gyros, and I was just eating gyros like half naked in bed, and I used too much hot sauce, and I got all sick. I was just like, Keith, it's hot, and my tummy hurts. And then the next day, we went clothes shopping for 3 hours. And
we went team shoplifting.
oh yeah, we did. You stole a Misfit shirt from Macy's, and I stole a jacket from
yeah.
Target.
It was just my original plan was genuinely to steal the Misfit shirt and then just throw it away outside the Macy's. And then I was like, I'm not quite cool enough to not want this shirt.
Yeah. No, keep it.
I'm not gonna pay. I stole your T-shirt today.
And I know it was on sale, but I don't have $15. What are we doing? War criminal, fucking tummy rot or whatever?
Infection. Yeah, is he
He's
alive or
probably
not?
dead.
Oh yeah, he's dead as shit.
Yeah.
Tom Goss.
I'm gonna say alive.
All right, George H.W. Bush is alive.
Bada bang, bada boom.
Damn.
Hey, 14 Afghan civilians registered to vote. Did they die?
Oh shit.
Oh, that might be.
Wait, how many?
14.
That's too low of a number.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say half and half
Too low. That's yeah. Okay.
on some Thanos shit. Afghanos.
Yeah, I want to do that. You know that the meme where it goes, "Give me my, give me my, give me my," and then it's Thanos snapping and everybody dies. You showed me so many of those with the cock in the face thing.
What?
You know, where
I
like
know
the
what
song
he's
kicks
talking
in,
about.
but instead of the snare drum, it's like a
Oh,
dick in the
yeah,
face.
yeah.
Those are pretty funny.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about ball gifs on the patio before we started.
Yeah.
Oh
recording.
yeah,
Yes,
speaking
we
of
did.
getting shown memes, you were. We've talked about the ghost hotel that me and Tom did on this show before, and that same man whose kid got kidnapped showed you a bunch of pictures of balls with faces.
Yeah. He showed me memes for 15 minutes after the show. I don't know if he liked me or not.
We gotta have that.
He said nothing about my stand-up.
He's
Connor just
becoming a-
quietly removes his Scooby Doo mask, and you realize he's been the ghost cowboy the whole time.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, guys, he's really becoming a part of the Mean Boys expanded universe, and I like it.
We got to get him in here.
I'm down.
Yeah.
All right. So, are those people dead?
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
unfortunately.
I know you, and I know it's only fun. Nah, it's a bad sentence, but it's only funny if they're dead. So, yeah, I'm going to say they're dead.
Yeah, those people tragically died in service of democracy, and we honor their sacrifice on the most respectful podcast.
But who'd they vote for?
That's the question.
Ruben stuttered.
Yeah, I don't know, one of those weird Lay's flavors. And last,
Oh, my God.
and last one, an Indian man took a selfie with a bear. Is he alive?
It's my grinder date from last night. He's still in my room.
Dude, tell him about the fucking Grinder message you got. It
was so good.
I got a message. This is really the filthiest episode of the show we've ever done.
I know. I
It
feel
for
so
sure
bad.
is.
Wait, really?
It's
No,
Oh,
we
this is
not at all.
filthy.
What's that?
This is fine.
No, I know.
It's
Well,
not filthy.
I got a message
I
on
wasn't
Grindr.
apologizing to you. My mom listens. That's
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and like the little like the bar at the top says like the username and the message, and it
Yeah.
literally is just cock lover, nice cock. I'm like, well, at least cock lover's on brand. I'd be offended if cock lover was like not a fan.
Oh, dude,
consistent.
that'd be
Yeah.
great. Like an Anthony Fantano, a YouTube reviewer who just does cocks, and he's like, "I'm feeling a light to decent 6 on this hog." Transition. All right, so an Indian man took a selfie with a bear. Dead? Not dead? What do we think?
I think the bear is dead. I think
Okay.
this is a trickaroo.
I think the bear got distracted by all those bees, knew there was honey, and chased that car.
I think it's a lot.
That's why they call him the callback king, guys.
He's dead.
Well, thankfully the Indian guy couldn't order the McGriddles, so he was safe. He didn't have any food to get involved for.
I want one of your did the breakfast flap make it? What they made with the
He's saying all the letters he would need for McGriddle. The logic of your joke is flawed. All right, well, that last part got a little rough.
yeah. $1,500 a month on Patreon, everybody, for this podcast.
Still beating Richard Spencer.
We are, yeah. I think his
yes.
shit got. I think Patreon folded, so I think we're definitely in a comfortable lead.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And we just got to overtake Elton Castay. Brandie, your
You'll
thoughts?
get it. He's probably dead.
That guy's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The bear was injured.
Yeah.
Wait, did they just fight it out?
No, I mean,
Because I give the guy props if he was able to like knock
Yeah.
the bear out a couple times on his way down.
yeah, the bear was just like fucked up or whatever, and then he's like, I ain't that fucked up, and just.
Yeah, because no one ever had a close fight with a bear. You know, it was never like.
I don't know.
neck and
Maybe
neck.
if Cocklever gets back to you, you might. All right. That was Did They Die, everybody. The Mean Boys Podcast will be right back right after this. The Mean Boys Podcast is brought to you by Studio Headphones.
And if studio headphones are being spoken of, you know who's about to be here. Hey, everybody's Mr. Ear.
Mr. Ear.
Oh, Mr. Ear.
You sounded like you were surprised that you existed. You were
Oh,
surprised. You surprised
am.
yourself.
I'm in my own canon, and not a physical one, a sound one. The sound of ears from Studio Headphones coming to you live from Sweden.
Everything about what you just said means nothing.
That was one of the worst things
It means
you've ever
something
done.
in your heart because it comes from Mr. Ear, plugging those tangleless chords.
That was an absolute waste of the concept of sound, but never waste a sound again with studio headphones.
Yeah, let no sound go unpunished.
Yeah, really hear the deep bass of Tom reaching to the bottom of the barrel of ideas.
If
Yeah.
you listen with Studio, you can hear me sound like someone else. It's quite amazing.
No,
They're
you
pretty good headphones.
Yeah,
They're very
They're
good.
very good. They're from Sweden. They look cool. They're sexy and stylish. Go fucking Google them if you haven't already. It's the kind of shit that like a model would wear in an Instagram photo for
Yeah.
like a sponsored post.
Bluetooth capability, incredible battery life. If you don't want to rock the Bluetooth, they have a cord. It is a magical spaghetti cord that does not tangle. I don't understand how they do it.
I know. I bought a pair of earbuds at Marshall's in New York, and they've been tangled since the moment I've owned them.
Yeah.
In studio, I did not realize. I mean, we talk about it every week, but the fucking gift of the flat spaghetti ramen cord that refuses to tangle. I mean, it's just you're basically imagine if your headphone cord never tangled. You'd basically have like 3 more weeks of your life left to live.
Yeah, it's true.
So reclaim your future with these headphones.
Take back the night with studio headphones.
Yeah, free shipping all over the world. And the best part of all, get yourself 15% discount when you use promo code MEANBOYSPODCAST, all one word. And check out and fucking, help yourself out. Fucking invest in some shit you're going to use every day. And help out the Mean Boys. It's a great product.
Anything to add here, Mr. Ear?
Oh,
No? Great. All right, back to the show.
And the Mean Boys podcast is back. Off mic, Brandie was telling us about, I think, the best transaction in the history of commerce. Wait, what were you doing? Oh, you're jiggling your cord.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's all good. Let me make sure everything's chill. All right, yeah, we're good. Anyway, so someone gave you a Motor Bunny starter kit.
It's called a Motor Bunny starter kit. My podcast, Lady to Lady, we get like stuff from PR companies sometimes, and like there's this one sex PR company that will send us like lube or vibrators. And
Oh
stuff
my
like
goodness, this looks like
Yes,
like
they
someone
sent
used to
us-
change your oil.
That. Yeah, it's big. It's very fucking heavy, and we ended up selling it for $700 to a fan. And then we used the money to buy a party bus to take 30 of our fans to Magic Mike Live in Las Vegas.
That's so fucking awesome.
It was fucking
We
great.
really are the two sides of the same spectrum. Where we're just like, we got a knife from a guy who works in a warehouse.
What's weird about the picture of this thing is it's like presented around nothing, so it looks like it might be a building. Like,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like it looks like a Native American sweat lodge somebody glued a wiener to.
Yeah, it looks like an airplane hangar from World War I that has a dildo on the roof. Like a Nazi stormtrooper helmet. What about a stormtrooper helmet with a cock on top? They got to make those, right?
Oh, man, yeah.
For sure.
This is like if 12-year-old boys ran the space program.
Dude, my favorite sex toy of all time is the dildo that you strap to your knee so you can bounce a girl like it's like Santa Claus at the mall.
Jesus
What the
Christ.
fuck?
Yeah, I saw that shit, and it was just like like a Rob Liefeld drawing where there's too many patches, and it was just like you put it on your fucking cargo pants, and you're like, hey, Toots, how you like that? What do you want for Christmas?
Have you seen those alien dicks? Those are like a big thing.
Oh,
right now.
Have we seen the
I mean,
alien
I assume
dicks?
you guys have the ones that like lay eggs.
Yeah,
inside of you
that's
and
so
shit.
fucking weird.
Yeah, we're
don't
sponsored by Dragon
understand.
Dildos. Use promo code Keith for a 20% discount on
Those,
your
I met
on
a
a
dude.
smog dong.
I met a dude who was like super into that, and I was like, "What? You just like want like an egg up in your butt?" He's like, "Yeah, it's great." And I'm like, "Why? That's so weird."
I don't understand the appeal of it.
It's like when
I
you got
really
like a turkey baster that you like fill with cloves when you're making a fancy meal.
Yeah.
When I feel the
Exactly.
same way I do about like those eggs as I do about like vape juice, where I'm like, this is just weird gelatin made by some dweeb in the valley, and I don't
Yeah.
trust it to be in my body.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
Whoa, shots fired, the Valley. You guys are up to, they're making weird sex eggs and vape juice. Oh man, I'm just picturing like the Guido guy with like a big pot, just like stirring the vape juice with a wooden spoon. La, 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 clouds.
yeah, it's a good batch of raspberry. Oh, it's a nice vape.
I got an Instagram DM. I'm handling like not even fame, but 4,000 people giving a shit about my life so poorly because there's this dude who's just like, yeah, I'll give you free vape juice. I'm like, I'm gonna get this guy fired. Yeah, come to Hollywood on a Friday night and I'll fucking juice you up, dude. And I'm like, yeah, you will. I'm gonna be rolling a wooden barrel out, just like later, nerd. Remember all
Hey, we
this-
didn't know we could sell vape juice in kegs.
You know what's hilarious? Someone who listens to the show already gave me free vape juice, and that's we have a
Well,
different.
you also
counties.
took unsealed vape juce from a crackhead on the street in New York City.
I threw it away.
Yeah, after you smoked a lot of it.
No, I didn't smoke.
Yeah, we
it.
were in New York, and it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we were doing shows at the Stand. Me and Connor just hanging out, and we see Tom. Tom is very high at this
Yeah.
point, and he just kind of comes waddling in like a chill penguin. He's like, "Yeah, we're looking for vape juice. This nice crackhead sold." And he pulls out this label,
Oh, my God.
and it's just everything is spelled wrong, and like the typeset is off, and it's like it looks chunky, like it looks like there might have been a scorpion in it at some point.
It's just clam chowder. That's what he gave me.
I didn't know vape juice could curdle until I saw this product.
And you
Anyway,
really want a dairy-based vape liquid?
it's time to get
Got
into.
bubbles.
I'm a smoked milk,
you milk smoker.
not flavored, just milk.
Yo, Milk Smoker is 100% the gay slur of the week.
100%.
We'll drop the jingle in
episode.
post, Brandie. I don't know if you've ever heard the show. We have the gay slur of the week as a big recurring segment. Just kidding. It is now, though. All right. It's time to get into a round of our favorite game. Which of the following?
Huzzah!
This game comes to us from Alexis Jester, a.k.a. Death to the Filth. Hey there, me boys. It's your old pal, Alexis. Thanks for coming to Indiana on the tour. I'm sorry you hated it here. If it's any consolation, so do I, and you get to leave when your show's over. It was really awesome hanging out with you all, and hopefully you'll come back to the area soon. Just not to the city of churches. Anyways, having sent you one of these in a little while, so I'm in the spirit of being a complete nerd. I'm reading bad. Here's the which of the following is not a Marvel comic book series.
I want to say, Alexis, you're the best part of Indiana. Thank you for hosting us.
You
and all
absolutely
that.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexis is our transgender fan who electrocuted us on stage in Fort Wayne, Indiana, at what was basically an Applebee's at 7:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Sounds like Fort Wayne.
They booked us in the wrong place.
Oh, yeah, dude. But we're working on an atheist church in Las Vegas, so stay tuned, everybody.
Fuck yeah.
Next time we're in Indiana, if we go, I'm going to get us a gig at the Church of Cannabis, which is in Indianapolis. I did a show there, and it is bananas.
That
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
straight up terrible.
But it's
Because there's no one I like less than weed people.
Oh, yeah,
and the
yeah,
fact-
yeah.
Anybody who goes to the Church of Cannabis should probably die.
I'll do a corporate for the astrology rape convention before
Yeah.
I do the Church of Cannabis.
I will headline NamblaCon before I will go to the fucking Church of
the Church of Cannabis took over for a regular church that used to be where it is now, and all of the neighbors picket every day. say it's quite a time.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Very anti it.
This game works. There's 3 real things, 1 fake thing that Alexis made up. You got to tell us the fake thing. Round number 1. Which of the following is not a real Marvel comic book?
Sorry, what?
McGriddle. round number 1.
McGriddle cinematic universe.
Yeah, all baby. Okay, round number 1. All alliteration edition. A babies versus X babies. B, Saga of the Squadron Supreme, which sounds like a Japanese translation of what this podcast is. C, Magneto murders the multiverse. Or D, Extreme X-Men Expose.
Expose?
Yeah, X-POSE. Maybe it's expose.
Expose.
Comic books are stupid.
What was A?
I love comics, but God, they're dumb.
Dude, when we went to saw Infinity War, there's like a big line outside the theater, and this rat runs by and freaks everybody out. That shit was so awesome.
It did
He's
seem like the rat was going to the movie.
yeah, is this 9:15 line? All right, cool.
Don't spoil it for me.
Yeah.
I am rat.
I literally been living a hole in the wall. Also, I got fingers for some reason.
And I'm Italian.
Hey, I'm a cop. Well, of course I'm Italian. I'm a rat in New York.
That was my favorite.
We all just tacitly assume they're Italian. I don't know why, but you never thought twice about it.
Ratatouille. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
That's France, you dumb piece of shit. You don't know fuck about our culture, you maroon.
It's sassy Italy. They're the same people.
sassy Italy.
Yeah.
Italy is sassy Italy.
It's sassier.
I've been calling him.
Don't do your
you
shoulder
can
swerve
tell
like that
the way
makes you
I-
right.
Don't talk about gay Spain like that. All right, so what do we think? All alliteration edition.
was A and B?
I know the answer, so I'm gonna.
All right,
sit it
A
out.
is A babies versus X babies, and Saga of the Squadron Supreme. Sounds like a Pizza Hut deal.
I'm gonna say B.
All right, Brandie Posey.
Wait. A.
A.
Yeah.
All right, the fake one.
It's
C. Magneto murders the multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Is that fake?
Yeah, it's fake. Yeah.
Okay, you know all the other ones?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Damn.
Round
Can
number
they
2.
not say murder in the name of a comic series?
No, I mean there's like a Deadpool kills the universe. I think they can say
Okay.
murder. They
All
can do
right,
whatever
got
they
it.
want. They're cool.
Yeah.
Sweet dude.
Hey, bro.
Yeah,
Hey.
dude.
Dude, murder's fucking chill as shit.
Yo,
Shaka.
This isn't. I don't know about you, but we swear on this podcast. We're edgy guys.
Say shit like butt.
Yeah.
And,
In the past hour, all we've done is talk about vaping and knives.
hey, we also talked about sex machines.
We didn't talk about you.
Oh my god, there's no way somebody hasn't invented a vibrator that is a vape.
Oh, that for sure exists.
That
There's
Connor,
a dildo
I need you
that
to Google
orders
this
you
right now.
pizza.
I just
There
saw
has to
the
be.
light bulb form above Connor's.
It's
Yeah,
also
And then a cloud blow out of it.
And then Keith's mom grabbed it and broke it and ruined his childhood.
Smoking tweak out of a fucking dildo.
Yeah. Round number
Right.
2. Yeah, it's a fucking the clit pookie. All Deadpool edition.
The nookie pookie.
The nookie pookie. There you go. This is what we do, man. This is fucking Pippin and Jordan over here.
God damn it, I hate my life.
Round number 2. All Deadpool edition. A. Deadpill.
McGriddle. Go ahead.
Dead pill, or as Tom calls it, a lot of aspirin that one time.
I almost died. Oh.
Why are you Italian now? I mean French. I'm sorry.
No, you were very
Andrew
specific to
Death
John
Clay.
Travolta.
It's Andrew Death Clay.
Wait, who's Andrew Death Clay?
We've never overthought anything on this show.
That's a good point. Okay, so Deadpool the Duck, Deadpool kills Deadpool, Deadpool Core, Rake and Foul, or Deadpool versus Spider-Ham.
Wait, did you say dead pill on purpose?
Deadpool. They're all Deadpool.
My headphones aren't coming through at all.
Oh, sorry.
As long as it's recording. It's
Was Spider Ham supposed to be Spider Man, or is
Not
it?
Spider Ham.
There's the Spider Ham.
There's the Spider Ham.
Yeah.
I think that one's probably real.
What?
It's Keith's little brother.
Can you read them one more time?
He's an 8-legged fat guy. he's like Goro, but for buffalo wings.
Oh man, imagine being fat and a spider because you got 8 legs, but they're all chafing up against each other.
He uses more Gold Bond than the entire state of Rhode Island. So Deadpool the Duck, Deadpool kills Deadpool, Deadpool Core, Rank and Foul, or Deadpool versus Spider-Ham.
I actually think Spider Ham is the fake one. Like I know Spider Ham exists, but I don't think they ever did Deadpool versus Spider Ham.
I'm going to go A.
All right, Tommy Goss.
Oh, God. I didn't know there was...
I think we might have hit, like, peak what people assume this podcast is. Because we're currently playing a Deadpool-based trivia game.
Deadpool's
and I
fighting
feel gross about
loose
it.
meat and arachnids?
This is how, Brandie, every time we have someone we think is cool over, we're just like always like, oh, fuck, how do we make a completely different show in 10 minutes? Because you're going to go tell everybody that, like, I did this podcast and it was just all about racist fast food orders and bees, I guess.
Let's say C.
Classic podcast.
I like how you're like, oh, it's cute. You think this is coming out. I'm having my agent send you a sternly worded email.
It's cute. You think I have an agent?
I assume you have an agent, but it's just you in a hat. Like,
Oh, for sure. She has a fake Gmail account. It's great.
Oh, yeah, dude. Fucking,
we've all got a fake manager. We know the hustle.
Yeah.
yeah. So did everybody guess?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said C.
All right, the fake one. D, Deadpool versus Spider-Ham.
Oh.
Deadpool, that's when Chris Estrada becomes a superhero.
Deadpool. Hell yeah.
Cool.
The greatest
Have you guys
guest in
done?
Mean Boys history. I love Chris, but we just were all off our game on that episode, so I was a little bit.
We'll bring it back.
Yeah, we gotta have Chris back. Round number 3, Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers. Ugh. B.
Hang on, it's very important to me that we put it. You said Pet Avengers, not Pet Avengers.
Oh, no, the Pet Avengers.
Okay.
That's the sketch that's playing after this. B. Karnak, Karnak. C. Hulk versus Hulk Hogan. Or D. West Coast Avengers.
I don't know anything that you just said.
Yeah, I really should have seen if we had a better one. If there's, I think we actually had...
I like this.
You know what's fucked up? I think we actually had one with ska bands, and I was just like...
What?
If we did, I'm firing myself. I'm just going to search.
Mad at you.
Dude, you can't stay...
That's such an on-brand one.
You can't
This
fucking...
is pretty
it's
on brand.
Hulk versus Hulk Hogan, by the way, and also,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Also, somebody just write that. Do that.
yeah,
We didn't have a ska one. Anyway, so yeah, it was... wait, what did you guess?
Hulk versus Hulk Hogan.
Okay,
That's
that-
going to be my guess, too.
I third it.
Just going to guess whatever Keith guesses.
yeah, no, it's
Seems
Hulk
like he
versus
knows.
Hulk Hogan, yeah. What a fun game.
This sucks, dude.
Nah, man, it's good. Round number 4, all Spider-Man edition.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I like a good feigning of interest, everybody. You guys all crushed that.
It's just nice
I-
that finally we can talk about these Marvel movies.
I'm
'Cause-
enthralled. I love this.
Tom Holland. That's what I got.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna not be famous in 3 years.
Yeah.
Who is
Look,
he?
Exactly.
Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man.
He's fucking...
Tobey Maguire?
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Yeah, like he's your Jewish neighbor.
Oh no, that was a bit we were doing last night. Is like there's a dude, there's like a hoity-toity guy introducing the Jackass Q&A at Carnegie Hall, and he's like, "Please welcome Steve-O, Johnny Knoxville, Weeman, Weeman Acuna."
Oh, man.
Fucking the Wee Man goes to fucking the Comedy Store like every Monday for that Kill Tony show.
Yep.
And it's so funny because every time you just watch like a bro go up to him and be like, Wee Man, and he's just like, yeah, man, my name's Jason. It's like, fuck yeah, Wee Man. Nah, you're a midget dude.
I saw him DJing at the Hooters pool in Las Vegas.
What?
Yeah.
What, Brandie?
Yeah.
That's fucking way.
Yeah.
That is
You were at Keith's birthday party?
God damn it. That is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
It was
That's a great
insane.
sentence.
Hello,
Yeah.
Weeman. Fuck the rest of this game. We're going to be right back with your voicemails right after this.
He's standing on phone books and shit.
Hi, this is Tom Goss, and today I'm going to give you some information on the history of Mother's Day. That's right, it's Histomry time. Mother's Day is a very special day for your mom or anyone who looks like her. I'm not saying it's typical to give a gift to someone who looks like your mom who isn't, but it happens to the best of us, which is why my first note is know whether or not your mom is Asian. Now, Mother's Day in the very beginning was created by the Greeks and Romans. Now, if you're thinking of that play where everyone has one car and that band that sang Take On Me, you're wrong, but I thought the same thing at first. It was Greece and Rome the place. That's right, between making erotic statues, being bulimic, wrestling naked, making pizza, and sodomy, they came up with the very first version of Mother's Day. Back then they had mom gods, and they had to give them a day to stop them from eating their babies. So they threw together some mom god party to appease the mega people. You might be wondering if that's me making a joke or if that's fact, and I also wonder. But I don't know if I'm thinking of gods or dogs right now. The point is they were the first to be like, you go, mom, girl, and that anyone can eat their children if they believe it in their hearts. After a while, people forgot about the gods' posses and could only remember that one god. His name was God. In the Dark Ages, people were less creative. I think it's because people usually get tired at night, but what the fuck do I know? Anyway, all over Europe, they celebrate this dude every Sunday because it's best to bug the shit out of someone on their day off. And on top of every Sunday, they did special celebrations because God's son was born, or God's son died, or God's son's not really dead, but we already put it in the fucking calendar, so deal with it. It's a lot of sun-based bullshit, but that's what happens when you're an only fucking child. The point was it became tradition on the fourth Sunday of Lent for everyone to go back to their mother church, which was whatever church was nearest them. I don't know why they didn't always go to the nearest church, but back then they didn't have GPS, so it was mostly the horses calling the shots. Horses were like politicians back when people believed in Jesus more than asking for directions. It was a very wackadoo world. Now, Mother's Day in America was created by this lady named Anna Reeves Jarvis. Her mom had created something called Mother's Friendship Day, which was stopped because you ever notice how women don't usually get along? Anna wanted to make a day where kids could go, hey lady, you're my mom. And moms could go, hey, we're moms, let's be friends together. So she petitioned the government to have a holiday. For those of you who don't know what a petition is, it's voting on something the government doesn't want you to have rights on. Anyway, Anna was like, hey dudes, moms be cool and shit. And the government was like, fine, we agree. Moms be cool and shit, and gave them Mother's Day. Everything was fine until she realized how commercialized things got and freaked out. It was all about Hallmark cards and candy, and that wasn't her jam. So she tried to get it off the calendar but couldn't. I don't know what she thought would happen or why she cared that people bought shit for their moms. Jesus never threw a fit about his birthday, and no one remembers to be like, oh, thanks for coming out of your mother's, the virgin pussy, Jesus. I hope you enjoy this myrrh. Everyone was fucking myrrh. I got an Xbox. It's not even my birthday, but myrrh is like super necessary. I remember one time I was trying to buy a smoothie, and they were like, where's your myrrh, sonny? And then I didn't have any smoothie. But thanks for dying in 33 years, and you get 3 decades to figure out what to do with all this precious fucking myrrh. But thanks for getting strung up so I could get this Jar Jar Binks collectible doll from my grandma who thinks I'm my dad. The point is, Mother's Day was created to bring mothers together with their families and other mothers, and ended up pissing off some old dead lady who thought that everyone was doing everything wrong. Sounds like the spirit of motherhood to me. I'm Tom Goss, and this was his summary of Mother's Day.
The motherfucking Mean Boys are brought to you by Don Carlos Caco Shop in La Jolla, California.
Don Carlos Caco Shop.
The Caco Shop.
We're brought to you by your butthole?
The Caco Monster.
Oh, I love dick burritos. I didn't have time to think about this one.
My throat is too trash for Taco Monster, so you're going to have to settle for the, I don't know, the Quesadilla Cynic, which is my new character.
The NP Armadillo.
Have you guys ever noticed that you can't ever really learn a lesson without hurting another human being? Well, you know a good way to distract yourself from that knowledge is by eating at Don Carlos in La Jolla, right across the street from the Comedy Store. See a great show, get yourself a great burrito, and tell them the Mean Boys sent you. And if you want to pregame and check out some of the menu options, you can just hop on over to eataburrito.com, because I promise you, when you walk into the store, the mecca of burritos,
the meat gauntlet,
you're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to hold up the line, and you're going to get beaten and mugged.
Absolutely.
This is a heck of a commercial. Come to Don Carlos Cock Emporium, where you'll be beaten to death.
Oh, no. They're so good, they'll quiet the voices in your head. Those are some great burritos.
That's how Tom got off antipsychotics.
Yeah.
He started supplementing with
Prozac, California burrito from Don Carlos.
The Prozac burrito?
Oh, yeah.
If you put enough French fries and sour cream in your head, you're just like, oh, man, I'm too, fucking...
This Abilify is overrated.
Just make sure you eating a burrito while Comfortably Numb starts playing.
Yeah, the Tom Goss burrito has fucking lorazepam inside of it.
They'll make you comfortably numb. They have an
They
explosive
literally wrap his
taste.
meds in a piece of cheese.
Yeah, I eat this burrito. It'll make you feel like a sad rock opera. Anyway, fucking go order from one of the Marching Hammers and just fucking get a burrito, all right? We've been doing this for like 2 years. What else we got to say? It's just go do it.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah, they're good.
They're fucking phenomenal.
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 Okay, yep.
Phenomenal.
Back to the show.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Don Carlos in Loyola, California.
You could have said Don Carlos Taco Shop, and it would have been fine. But you did the longest, least fucking phonetically satisfying. Anyway, this
Eat a burrito, motherfuckers.
Quang. And the Mean Boys podcast is back. We're dipping into the Mean Boys mailbag to read some of your questions, your comments, listen to your voicemails. Cass Smiley writes, "This is making me so freaking happy, I can't even tell you."
Casseroles.
What's your guys' favorite movie of all time? Wow, what a question. That's fucking deep, dude.
It's Fight Club, and I always feel bad when I say that. Like I know, and
You're of an age, though. That's a specific moment in time.
and then
That
every
age is
time
man-child.
Here's the thing. Every time I say it, I get the face, and then it's like, well, I have two options, which are explain, no, because it's like about toxic masculinity, and it's written by a gay guy, and there's like a bunch of levels to it. But then you're that asshole, or just be like, yeah, sure, I had a Scarface poster, and then just be fine with it. And both are true.
Both are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting to an age where I don't care anymore. I like Fight Club still.
Also,
Mine is that YouTube video of the guy eating dog shit. It's my favorite film ever made. Tom, what do you think?
Fuck, I really don't know. There's a lot of movies I really like.
Wow, this is fucking such a good conversation.
goddamn. Most influential movie, Ace Ventura 2. I'll say that.
Ace Ventura 2?
Yeah, that was the movie that has influenced my life more than anything else.
Well, because you're like, I've listened to your Jim Carrey
I'm
episode.
a massive Jim Carrey fan.
No, so was I. I had just pictures of him on my wall, and I was just like, well, maybe I'm related to him. I know there's an extra R in his, but maybe they just took mine out, so I didn't guess.
This isn't my favorite movie, but I did watch a documentary about a guy who lost his leg in a barbecue, and then another dude bought it, and it was great. I wish I remembered what it was called.
It was called
That
A Dream You Had.
It's a true story. It's a true story.
Oh, God, we synced up.
Yeah.
And I try to show it to my family around Thanksgiving because a bunch of family came, and no one else thought it was as funny as I was. And everyone got real bummed out.
Oh,
because
they're like, well, we wanted to watch It's a Wonderful Life, but this is fine too, I guess.
If you don't want to, that's fine.
Yeah, another
All
time.
right. Yeah. So, what's Brandie's grossest gross-out story from doing the road? Can she top the grossest thing that happened on the Mean Boys tour? Probably not. We weren't that gross.
What is let's hear your grossest thing that's happened on the road, and then we'll compare ours.
Let me think. It's hard. It's probably different because it's like I tour as a solo woman, so I don't really get that fucking gross because I'm on my toes at all times.
Yeah.
But I stayed with a guy in a comic in Fort Collins like a year and a half ago. Me and Lisa Curry were on the road together, and we stayed with this dude at a house that. He's like, oh, yeah, I own a house. I rent out a couple of rooms. And you guys have a whole living room to yourself. We get there. He lives in the tent in his backyard, and he Airbnbs out his entire house.
Yo.
So it was just full of strangers. And the guy that was staying in the room right off of where we were staying looked exactly like Charles Manson.
Oh, no.
And was shirtless the entire time. And he had not one, not two, but 3 state outline tattoos on his body.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, everywhere he killed someone.
Yeah, no,
he's just like, I got to remind myself where I have warrants.
Yes. I mean, it was all Midwest shit, which for sure means that there's bodies there. Because you can have one, which is where you're from, and I'll maybe give you 2 because that's the place that you chose to live.
Right.
Yeah.
3 means murder.
Yeah.
And he
this is where I identified my wife.
Yeah, exactly. He made a giant. We were trying to go to sleep. We'd just driven in from Omaha, so we drove like 8 hours that day. And he made a giant vat of what's it called? What's the fucking hand?
Human remains?
No, what's the hand with the fucking meat? The meat hand guy. You know what I mean? Chef Boyardee. No, not Chef Boyardee.
Hamburger helper.
Hamburger helper. That's
the meat.
I'm a little offended that you looked at Keith like you'll know.
We got there.
You know the Boston Smash Bros?
I just assumed you were working your way towards Pruno. So when you got to meat, I got thrown for a loop.
The meat hand guy.
The meat hand guy. Tom.
Do you know the meat hand guy? The meat hand guy. He's banned from school.
Yeah.
So he made this giant vat of hamburger helper that he poured ranch on top
Oh,
of.
shit.
Oh, my God.
He was just eating it out of the pot, just sitting with us. We were like, we have to stay awake longer than you do because we cannot go to bed with you around the house.
If you have a living Freddy Krueger just eating white trash casserole
if he goes to bed first, you can draw a dick over the swastika on his forehead.
I slept in a dude's cum.
You slept in my
Well,
bed?
you win.
Yours is gross. Cum is whatever. No, the ranch is worse than cum somehow.
Truly disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cum spot that you slept on wasn't outlined like the shape of 3 states where there are body parts.
No,
It wasn't
no.
just in the shape
Yeah.
of New Jersey.
Yeah, you also were a victim of the meat hand man.
I'll skip it, okay?
What's up?
Oh, yeah.
You go ahead.
All right. Grape Ape wants to know if Brandie has ever heard the story about Keith and the dog.
I knew it was
I
coming.
don't think so.
All right, I'm going to make a deal. I'm going to tell this story one more time.
Okay.
And then I'm never telling this story on the show again.
You said that before.
I know, but I'm being serious. So I was dating a girl, and about a year into our relationship, she came at me with like, "Oh, I have like this weird like sex thing I want to do," and I was like, "Oh, I'll try anything. I'm cool.
yeah, why not?
And she's like, "Oh, it's the kind of porn I like." I'm like, "Sure, let's party." So we're hooking up. She starts on this porn. Video comes on, and it's just like a lady in like track pants that are pulled down. She's just sort of bent over in some sort of vague Russian factory where they just manufacture bombers. Like it's just it's a bad place to be. And there's like a 30-second pause, and then the German Shepherd walks. And then the dog starts having sex with the lady, and I'm not stoked, but she's having a great time, and I'm just like, okay, and I'm trying to like avoid eye contact, and then she's like, no, I want you to like do it at the rhythm that the dog is the lady, so like I can pretend I'm that lady. And aside from the ethical implication that I also could not keep up with this dog, just on a stamina level. Yeah, I know.
God damn.
So that's the dog story.
Yeah, rest
I have
in
told it.
peace.
I think every episode of the show for the past 20 episodes.
30.
It's over. The dog story is over.
Yeah, we
Rest
gotta-
in peace, the dog story.
Honestly, here's the thing.
Connor, have you heard of the dog story?
The dog story is going to play dead. I'm so sorry.
As a guy who's
No,
kind of
no,
started the
fine.
bit of making you tell it all the time, I myself am getting a little bit over it.
Yeah. Well, because this is the problem.
We'll save it for like when we have like a famous person on or something.
Oh yeah. Good. We'll keep it in the pocket.
Oh, shit. I'm
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
Basically, it's just like wait till people I respect to show up and then make me tell it again.
Well, no, I just talked about how we were.
I said people I respect. I have no problem with Todd. It just seemed like a shitty thing to
I was
say.
born in the closet. You merely adopted me. I would love to know Connor's thoughts on the recent actions of his hero Kanye West. I'm bummed out. I don't know what to do. I'm going to torrent the
Kanye
album.
fucked a dog. I don't know if you heard.
I've bought every Kanye release since 2010, but
I like that you're wearing the shirt out of support.
You are.
I am. I was out of
Oh, I
laundry.
thought that was the nicest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it actually might be. That's what we don't know.
It's from the fucking Yeezus photo shoot, which is so cool. When he did the first New York Times interview after he didn't do any press for 3 years because he was mad about how the media treated
why
him with
is
the Matt Lauer interview, and then he came back from the jungle and he created one of the most amazing sonic masterpieces. Yeezus. Anyway, yeah.
Why is he dressed
I've had
like
him
Al
blocked for 3
Qaeda?
years.
Though?
Have you blocked?
I blocked Kanye, Kim Kardashian, and Taylor Swift in 2015, and my life's been great ever since.
What are you? Blocking seems like a lot.
I just don't
It's not
wanna
like you
see
guys were interacting.
No, I just never didn't want to see them in my timeline.
I think that's fair.
I don't know. I like
You can
Kanye.
mute him.
The
Yeah,
new
yeah.
shit is weird. Have you seen the theory floating around that it's all like this performance art thing?
I mean, I don't know if he's Joaquin Phoenix is doing a feature on the next record.
There's like this big dense thing where they break down like all these like references, including there's other guy involved where they think it might be this whole fucking like Andy Kaufman like situation going on.
Ashley
Yeah.
Kaufman.
He's married to Kim Kardashian, though. He's not that smart.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. What an idiot to marry one of the most attractive humans that ever lived. Truly a buffoon.
Yeah, I mean, he's a savant, but nothing. I mean, if he did it, props to him. But I don't. Believe
You understand?
that
I would
theory.
give the best years of my life to a YouTube star just so I could have nicer things, Tom. I mean, I don't think Kanye is out here.
But he already had a ton of money.
I know. I was just trying to
Yeah.
riff. Anyway, someone just says that you're great and they don't know what to ask, but they like you. So that's
thank
cool.
you.
Thank you.
Any
Yeah,
tweets?
You had the most just like vague like kindness. Just like, oh boy, it's Brandie.
Oh wow, she's great.
Take it.
Alexis, who wrote the game we just shit on earlier, said, "Do you have a band that you're ashamed to admit you like, one that everyone else thinks is bad, but you secretly love?"
Here's the thing.
I think you and I have a similar
Yeah.
theory on this, which is that guilty pleasures are stupid. Just
Yeah.
like what you like.
I don't believe in guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel good, fucking do it.
Yeah, you paid American money to go to a ska festival.
I
this
did.
weekend,
Back
and
to
I'm
the
jealous
beach.
I didn't.
It fucking ruled. It was so much fun. It will happen next year. Also, Dickie Barrett is planning an East Coast one also.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Keith
gonna be
likes
real
ska, but he
fun.
rips his pants when he tries to pick it up.
You seemed bummed that you had to do that.
I was, yeah. I was just like, Well, I haven't said anything annoying in a few minutes. It's time for me to jump in and do what I do best.
I was bummed when I heard you guys
Shoehorn a pun.
Sublime, though. I was like, how could you?
I mean, we stayed for most of Sublime.
That was like Mike Pence walking out of the football game. You're like, this is a disgrace.
I left during
You're
311.
kneeling for
Well, 311
Santeria.
sucks.
Yeah, I left during 311 the day before.
Yeah, no one should. I don't know why 311 keeps getting booked for stuff.
Do not know. Most people left. Like that crowd emptied halfway out. the
You know,
day before.
I've heard that from other like festivals too, not even
Yeah.
like ska specific ones, where it's like 311 was headlining and then just played to 40 people at like a stadium.
They do this weird drum breakdown thing where they bring out a bunch of drums and they all play them like they're a fucking drum line. It's really weird.
I don't want to see dipshit stomp.
Seriously.
All right, we got some voicemails here. I have no idea what this is. Just jiggle it a little bit. Oh, you might have to jiggle. Oh yeah,
It might be because
they're not plugged in.
God fucking damn it,
Keith, you're a fucking maroon, my dude.
we're all catching Tom today. There it is. Now I can hear great.
I was holding up making fun of you on that one. All right, fine.
Hey, I'm just listening to your podcast for the first time.
Okay, Dad.
Anyway, I made this vat of hamburger helper.
Artist station from Womp It Up. My name's Greg. I live in
Hi, Greg.
a tiny ass town in Arkansas. It's
Cool.
2 a.m. or 1:30 a.m. I'm probably the only person in the town who's still awake that is not smoking meth.
Cool.
Good for you.
I
Nice.
really believe him.
It's during the
Hope
afternoon.
you guys are doing pretty well.
Okay, I love this guy. I fucking love this dude.
There was no. Why did he call us?
I love Greg.
Yeah,
I
Greg's-
fucking love Greg.
Greg's pretty fun.
Greg just gave us a status update on Greg. That's it.
It's a very super chill dare program he's got going on.
Everything's fine. Meth is bad. I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, exactly.
My name is Greg. I live at Womp It Up Studios. I don't have a bedtime.
Yo, man.
Greg,
I'm looking
you
at
rule.
it gives you a predictive text of what the voicemail transcript is, and the only word I'm understanding is Filipino, so I got to figure this is going to be good.
Boys, Tristan calling you again from Buffoon Lagoon,
Oh, okay.
Australia. It's for
Oh, yeah, we already listened to Buffoon Lagoon.
Oh, do we already do this one?
Yeah, we did that one in New York City. All right, looks like we got one more then. At least one more. By the way, if you want to listen to voicemail, 304-805-MEAN. Oh, cool. We're getting a voicemail from the children screaming outside.
Afternoon, boys. Flowers from Twitter here. Love the show. I thought of a joke-off example at work, and I wanted to share it. I'm like 99% sure I didn't accidentally steal it from the show, but in case I did, feel free to roast my forklift driving, Street Fighter playing, weed smoking ass. Here goes.
Jesus.
Swedish
So
DJ
over-rehearsed.
Luigi was found dead in his hotel room last weekend. His ex-girlfriend is reportedly devastated, telling police to wake me up when it's all over. Keep it up.
I love
I
we
do-
met him.
That-
He's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sounds like you were practicing that in front of your mirror. My forklift driving weed ass.
This guy showed up to our live show in New York, and he was destroyed crossfaded, like the
Really?
highest I've ever seen a human. And he's like this. He's exactly what that guy sounds like. That's
Yeah,
what he
yeah.
looks like and is. And then he had like the sweetest, cutest girlfriend who was just like, "Yeah, I'm in charge of scooping him up." She's just like, "This is." He's been excited about this for months.
He
I was
talked
like,
Oh, wow.
wow.
so different in the voicemail, like in when we met him in person when he was drunk. Like in the voicemail, he sounded like one of those CD-ROM games from the '90s. I don't know.
Yeah,
Freddie
yeah.
Fish is going to the. But dude, fucking yeah, no, you were great, man. It was great meeting you. You were fucking real nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Things.
I'm sure you're delightful.
And good joke, great joke.
Your
that's the,
girlfriend sounds great.
Yeah, she's great.
I think that's the podcast. Brandie, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having
You got
me.
any dates coming up you want to plug?
When does this come out?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, BrandiePosey.com. Brandie with an IE, Posey with an EY. I'm featuring for Kyle Kinane in Burlington, Vermont at the beginning of June, which should be pretty fun.
Nice. Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
It should be a fun weekend. And then I've got a couple. I've got a couple dates around that up in the Pacific, up in the Northeast, and then It's all over the place.
Cool. Yeah,
Follow
go
me
check out
on
the
Twitter
website if
and
you're in the
all-
area.
Yeah,
We're just
all
out
the
there.
shit.
No fucking the Mean Boys fans will come
Yeah.
see you. All right, guys. I'm headlining the Madhouse in San Diego May 8th, and then I'm back that weekend for the 11th and 12th. And on the 23rd, if you're out in Chicago, come to my TV taping at the Promontory. There's links for that on Twitter and other places. And Texas, coming back in June, June 15th and 16th. I'm at the Velvet in Austin, Texas, headlining, and then I'll be, I think, doing a show at the Secret Group on Father's Day. So,
Nice.
to give your dad the gift of boner stories.
There you go.
I'm headlining Madhouse in San Diego May 18th and 19th. I'm doing a run in NorCal the week after that with Nicole Buchanan, a friend of the show. And then we are going to be out in Vegas and Denver at some point at the end of May, early June. We'll be announcing locations and dates for that very soon.
Yeah, and if you live in Salt Lake City, you got to prove that you got enough friends for we can afford to do a show there. Because we want to, but it's looking dicey.
Yeah, you guys all should have came to my show last week. I have nothing coming up. Thank you very much to those who did. Had a lot last week. I'm going to be sleeping this one.
Yeah. All right, that's the Mean Boys podcast.
Fuck everything. God is dead.
Crazy.